What's going on, everyone? In this video, we are going to talk about a study that was done in the UK about the top symptoms of the latest variant or subvariant of coronavirus. As you know, as the virus has progressed from the Wuhan strain in 2020 to the Alpha, to the Beta, to the Delta, Omicron, and all the Gamma, and all the different variants over time, the virus tends to change a little bit. And the symptoms that people report tend to change, and the percentage of each one changes up. So here's a top 20 COVID symptoms in describing order according to the data from the ZOAP study. This is in the UK. And it says here, according to the data from 17,500 people who said they had tested positive for the virus this week. So let's see here what some of the top symptoms are. Of course, 58% of them are coming up as sore throat, and that's rather interesting. And I have heard this a lot. People are getting a relatively moderate to severe sore throat with the BA.5 variant, where they're getting sharp pains and it's hard to swallow things. Next up on the list, 49% headache. That's relatively interesting. People are getting bad headaches with BA.5. Blocked nose, so their nose is getting congested. Cough, but no phlegm, so they're back to having a dry cough, and that was relatively common with the Wuhan variant back in 2020. Runny nose. 40% of the people are saying that they're having runny nose. But then we come down here to cough again, and 37% say they're having a cough with phlegm. So as we're going on here, you're seeing generally with each case, it's varying from case to case, which is why when I hear them say, oh, well, COVID is mild, this, that, it's less severe. Well, no, it varies from case to case. And let's continue on here. Hoarse voice. So people are having their voice, a loss of voice. 35% for that. Sneezing, 32%. Fatigue, 27%. Muscle pains and aches, 25%. Dizzy, lightheaded, 18%. Swollen neck glands, 15%. Eye soreness, 14%. And let's pause on eyes for a second. You can get infected through the eyes. Some people do opt to wear goggles for eye protection. That's actually not a half bad idea to wear eye protection because you can get infected through the eyes. You can also get pink eye at the onset of your infection, and you might go to a test because you had contact and have pink eye, but the test continuously comes up negative, but then about 3 to 4 days later, or even the 5th day, it comes up positive. That's been happening with a lot of people. Altered smell, 13%. So that's interesting. Altered smell is only 13%. If we go back to 2020, that was one of the most common symptoms that even in the asymptomatic, people were losing their sense of smell and taste. Chest pain tightness, 13%. That used to be something that was higher back in the day. As was fever. Only 13% are saying fever, which I find rather interesting because I'm seeing a lot of people when they're saying they're testing positive on social media, they are saying they're having a moderate fever, like 100 to 102 degrees. Chills or shivers, 12%. Shortness of breath, also interesting. Back with the original Omicron, and especially, not the original Omicron, the original Wuhan strain, and especially with Delta last summer. That was a biggie, shortness of breath. Earache, 11%, and loss of smell is down to 10%. So you had altered smell, but then you have a complete loss of smell at 10%. And if you notice here, they don't list at all the sense of taste, which I find that to be rather interesting because loss of taste and smell pretty much went hand in hand back at the beginning of COVID. I will say this though, and it doesn't list it here. With the BA.1 variant back in the wintertime, people who had it, there were a lot of people post-COVID, like several weeks later, complaining that things were tasting salty. And that was a symptom that was going on for a while. I'm not seeing that listed here. And of course, it wouldn't be listed with an active infection, but I have not heard too much about that anymore. So maybe that's not the case with the BA.2, BA.2.12.1, BA.4 or BA.5, but we'll have to see what happens as it progresses. And it's going to be very interesting to see what the percentage ratio is of long COVID cases with BA.4, BA.5, because it is too soon into this wave to detect what that's going to be, but we'll see if it's less or we'll see if it's more. I suspect it's probably going to remain what it's been with Omicron, which was generally between 20 and 30%. Alrighty, thanks for watching this video. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button down below, and we will do more videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, everyone.